More self-torture than anything else. Okay. Think that's everything sorted out on that end. We can shut that music off. Okay, so Tiles of Confusion. I appear to be the only person here, so I shall play a game against myself. Worst comes to it, I will just set up Soul in the background and we'll just play a game until people turn up. There was an announcement made in the Discord, so hopefully there will be some other people around, but we shall see. Right, so League table has finally been updated, and the damage that I've been putting off recording for a while has now been set. So, Draconis, 16 games, 9 wins, a win ratio of 56.25%, has a score of 437. For those who don't know, we basically have taken the scores from the July games onwards. There is 0 floor, so once you hit 0, you don't go negative. You just stay at 0 until you accrue some additional points. So it rewards consistency and punishes you for repeatedly having losses. Sif is currently second with 11 games, 3 wins, 27% win ratio on 88 points. 437 to 88. Kyril is just a little bit behind with 4 wins from his 11 games, but he's currently sitting on 82 points. And finally, we have me. Well, I say finally. At least this is where we have me. 19 games, 2 wins since July. 2. A 10% win ratio. 10.5, I suppose, if I'm being technical. And a current score of 48 from my 3 low-scoring second places I've had in my last 3 games, which is probably the best run of form I've had since July, in all honesty. Still, the only other person with a positive score at the moment is JPB, currently on 27 with 1 win from his 5 games. It's then ordered by basically the top score that anybody's ever accrued. So Aegon is currently 6th on 29 top score with the current score of 0. Debbie is in 7th with 22. And then following up are the 2 other players who only play 1 game, which is JPC, otherwise known as Rise, and Sales. There's an X in the middle of there somewhere. I'll forget how that's pronounced, but he's only played 1 game and neither of them have scored because they have not finished in the 2nd or 1st positions at this time. So, Mahjong. We have been streaming for about 3 minutes. I am a couple of minutes earlier than my usual start time, but I would have expected somebody to be around right now. So I am going to see about getting Soul set up in the background just as a backup thing. You will hear noise and music. You're not to be alarmed. I'm going to try and reconfigure this so it actually fits. Cairo is actually very close to hitting Expert 2, and he's probably going to do it before me the way this is going. Hello! Right, so let's configure, get the OBS back up, and position for Soul setup. Okay. Slight adjustment, slight adjustment, slight adjustment, slight adjustment. That'll do. Minimize the text window. And move that out of the way. I should also probably just move this as well, or at least get myself out of the room, just in case. If people want to get back into this, that's fine. That's what will happen. But for now, we are currently sitting in... Indeed. We're sitting in Expert 1. We have a bit of an up and down curve. We're sitting about 3 wins away from Expert 2, sorry. So let's see if we can get one of those in. We'll play Expert Gold Room, 1 round, and we'll see what happens. This might just depress me enough, but at least it won't affect the league table. I'm currently losing horribly. I think I've also missed all the event stuff that was going on, because I've not had a chance to play this all week, so... Oh no, it's still going on. Till today, basically. But I've done almost nothing with this. In fact, all I could do is probably redeem one of these spheres. We'll go for Honesty for no reason. Okay. Well, we still have to wait. But we're either waiting for people in Tenhou or waiting for people on Seoul. One or the other. Okay, Gold Room has begun, so we'll have a game in here, and then... Hello, Draconis, you are here. You're apparently the only person, though. So we've just decided to have a game in Seoul while I wait. Also, I did announce... I was going to watch, to be fair. Fair enough. You are miles ahead in the league table. Hold on, let me just grab that spreadsheet because this is good viewing for somebody. Oh dear. Anyway, minimize that. Alright, so sitting in the west seat, we have a reasonable starting hand. I'd love to be able to have a bit more connectivity so I could go quick call with the dragons, but we'll see. Alright, we'll risk east to start with. Both of these two are going initial middle discards, so we've got to be slightly more aware of a half flush here. Okay, triplet of fives. Useful. Okay, we have Khan of the fives, which is useful information, even if we don't have, even if we don't actually make that Khan later. I'm gonna skip the first one. We may call the second. In fact, we will call the second one because it's kind of forced. So, Hatsudora 1. Possible Honitsu as well. Or 2 closed weights. We'll get rid of the Sozu ones. And then we'll see whether we want to make this into a half flush or not. My dragon was safe, but we'll hold off for the moment. Oh, you are miles ahead. You were further ahead, actually, the way it worked out. Okay, Hatsu only. Hatsudora 1 anyway. No, you are miles ahead, sir. I mean, I picked up 3 second... There was, but unfortunately I've missed the entire event. Also, how long is the stream delay? But yeah, I completely missed the event as well, pretty much. It's pretty much ending, so... Alright. If I can draw the 8, this is quite a good little Pinfu attack hand. Got to get the white dragon to pass, but should that do so? Not in the worst shape in the world. 1 doesn't really help us. I could do a win here just to keep some pressure on Cairo because he's actually quite close to advancing to Expert 2. I think he's one very good win away or a win and second away. Again, didn't draw that, so we'll hold off. So, optimal hand development is probably to draw the 8. I'm going to get rid of my pairs now because there's always the possibility of Tenhou. Yeah, that's exactly where I am. I know I'm 3 good wins away, I think. Because I'm on just about 800. I'm just on about 900. And it's about 100 and change per win on this, from what I've noticed. So 3 unbroken wins, and I'm Expert 2. Pass that on. Good draw. Get rid of a 9. Alright. So building Titania has been quite successful. Would like to draw a 5 sooner or later. We've got the white dragon, which is safe this turn. Awesome. And a 4. So we have a Sanshikyu as well as a potential high end. Although 6, 6 have both gone, so it's unlikely. Still, could happen. Just need this 5 dot. Got to be also aware of the players who are right doing something nonsense. So, dot Honitsu. Not much point in attacking that. We got 3 safe tiles against her, so we'll hold off. Another middle 5. Yeah, we're not feeling good about that. Probably just going to cut the 5 in this position. Probably going to cut something else in this position, in all honesty. One was made. We've got 9. 9's not really safe. 4 has just been played, so we'll carry on. Okay, safe tile. Too safe against both the players we're worried about. And then we'll probably try and cut our 8s. We're definitely cutting our 8s now. Got to be slightly aware of the Sozu defense here because we've got a Sozu half flush potentially on the left as well. But for the moment, these will pass, and then we've got to worry about things next turn. Worst comes to it, we will use our 5s because we know they're definitely safe against one player. North is fine. Okay, 3 more turns to find some safety force. 6, 6, 6. 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, all the 4s are gone. 3 of the 6s are gone. I think we're safe with the 5s. 9, though, should be definite. Chiral exists! Also, we've got 9 dots safe. Alright, so we're safe for the round. Did Vadila just Saki things? Not quite. Ooh, 4-sided. Hold on. Yeah, that's an interesting weight. I didn't have her on that, I'll be honest. Okay. Okay, South Continuance turn. We have a pair of Dora. Okay. We want to be doing something with this hand. Problem is, I've got a lot of random nonsense to get rid of first. But we want to be doing something with this hand. Okay, good draw. We'll play South because we see 1. Risk East next turn. And then see what we can build towards. Alright, calling Dora free means I'm forcing myself into a Tenhou. We're going to hold off. Yep, so it looked like I was just analysing that. That from there, but yeah, interesting weight. Cover 9. Dealer's probably going for a quick Tenhou attack if she's willing to get rid of things at that point. Could also be in a Sozu Honitsu, of course. We have 2 definite safe tiles against it if we need them. But we'll see. Okay, 7's potentially a good draw. Dora is a safe tile to the dealer as well, but we prefer not to get rid of them if we can avoid it. Also, we're quite close. We're now 9 in for a Nageshi. Again, we'll hold off. Okay. I feel I want to kind of force things now, so let's get rid of our 1-2 Sozu, and then we'll see. So getting there. 5-man would be quite an awesome draw right now, but we'd have to get rid of 5.5 so to make the Tenpai. 5 less of a problem than 5 so at this stage. If I can go reach any kind of hand with 2 Dora is probably good enough. Now, as much as I want to force Dora free, I don't have a Yaku if I do it, so... And there's still a chance we could win with this hand. The bluff of Dora free, the Dora free bluff call would be fine, but we could genuinely actually make it, so don't worry. Okay, 7-7. That's a helpful draw there. We're going to get rid of our 8s because safe against 2 players. Nobody really looks like they're into a massive dot weight at the moment. And we can always draw a 6, which, you know, means we can use it. 5 mana would be perfect. We're probably at the point of folding now, though. Yep, can't reach. We're going to hold off. Alright, we got 9 and 3 dot, which should be safe at least against the player who's reached. Beyond that, we're looking at stuff here. We know all the 2s are gone, which does give us some information. 4-4-4-4. Is there a 4-4? I can't see the 4-4. So that means 3 dot's our most likely tile here, although we just drew Hatsu, so that's fine. If we have to gamble, we'll go gamble on the 3 dot unless we get some info here. Yep, perfect. Okay, close 7 weight. We had 2 of those. I'm not sure that weight was even on. If I could see the rest of the board, I'd be able to confirm things, but... True, but I had other safe tiles, so I was trying to kind of advance the hand as well. Alright, 8 dots start. This is quite a quick little hand here, but again, no value. That, though, is an awesome little draw for right now. So, 1 from Tenpai. That would be Tenpai, but no Yaku. Potentially Peiko. Potential 7 pairs here, but I think if we got the Tenpai here, we just reach on the 1 west. Which is early enough and edgy enough that I could get away with this. Yeah, that's early enough. Early dealer reach. Let's see what they do. 1 west has already been played as well, so that might just be considered safe here. 1 dot is a reasonably safe tile. I just got a dot to start with. There we go. Not a great... Oh, did we hit some Uridura? We must have hit some Uridura. This hand's not that valuable. Oh, Ura free. There we go. Alright, luck is in. Yeah, that was a dealer repeat hand rather than a Mungan finisher, but okay, we'll take it. Yeah, that was... Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm not going to complain at it happening, but that wasn't what I was intending. I was just hoping for a quick repeat. It was extremely likely the Wests were coming out. Riichi only gave me 12,000 points. Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear. And this hand's not too bad either. It's a bit slower, obviously, but it's developing quite nicely. I've drawn useful tiles in just about every draw. At this point, waiting on the free, potentially for Sanchiku. I think this is a called Tenhou attack if this comes off. So we can call the 2s, get rid of the 8s, be close to the Senpai, probably waiting on the free so anyway. We'd lose Sanchiku, but this seems okay for an attack here, especially if we draw on that. Okay, I don't want to get rid of the closed weight on that side. If I get rid of the 5, I can do some things here. Okay, get rid of the 5 for now. So I'm still kind of leaning towards the Sanchiku Peiko here, but we do need a pair, so we might even just take the triplet of freeze here. Okay, got the Sanchiku here. But I'd have to... No, I don't have the Sanchiku, actually. I have to go and close for this. We're going to just go silent here because we're assuming Honitsu. And we're in the lead. I don't need to risk 1,000 points if I can avoid it. One Dora played. She doesn't want Sozu, so that free could come out of her. Again, I'm in the lead. I don't want to risk 1,000 points against the obvious Honitsu. Ah, it's fine. Okay, that's less fine. Can't play any dots now. Six O should be fine. And again. Come on, freeze. Yes, safe tile. Tenhou. Tenhou, repeat. Let's have 4,800. And your restick, of course. Just gonna keep riding the wave of luck on a bit here. But with this much of a lead, we should be safe for second at least, so... Right, if we don't do anything monumentally stupid, like deal into a reach only that turns into a dealer Mungan. Right, if we avoid that, we should be fine. They're not, but we got some dealer pressure going on now, so hopefully people are building to bigger hands that might buy us a little more time. That being said, we just discarded a 1-2-3, so we're not looking great for this at the moment. Okay, that's a good draw. I think we still got rid of Friso here. So now we just need to close up some of these, close up some of those, and then hopefully we might, you know, be able to get another hand off. Okay. 9's the least useful in this circumstance here, so we just need to get some of these closed weights filled up. Any of them filled up at this point. All right, fine. Half of one. Opens up the 5, 6, 7 sand queue, I suppose. Pair of 2s. Perfect. Just what I needed. Actually, we might have needed a pair. We can still potentially drop the 6 and be in a 4-7, so... Good draw. Guess we go rid of that. 1 was played last, so it's safe-ish, maybe. 5 has just been played, which is the first dot tile. So why don't... It's probably in Tempai, probably on a dot weight. I could call for this now, yeah. Alright. Cut for Tenhou. So I can call for 7, drop the 6, be in Tempai. Or call the 4-7, get in, drop the 6, be in that as well. Doesn't fundamentally change things, I guess, but gives us a possible upside of Tudora, so might be an upside at the moment with a dealer. How greedy is this, though? Come on, play another 7 dot. Oh, dear God, it's greedy. It's greedy. 1 was just played. 1 was just played. Okay. Yes! Should have reached. But, yeah, we'll take that. Tenhou Doradora. We're in Shade's territory. And the jam is flowing. This is a ridiculous hand. Probably, but then the 7 was just a safe tile. But again, I don't want to give away 1,000 points. Oh dear God. Fine. Yeah, the jam taps are on. Quick attacks are happening, and I can't blame this one. So we can call 6. Yep. So I can understand the quick attacks here because they're now fed up of me winning. So they're now just gambling for second, going for a quick hand to knock my dealer turn out. Meanwhile, I've got a monster. Well, what 10? Each hand 10 for a monster anyway. Not greedy enough, I see, indeed. 10 bye. Draw a dragon for, yeah, a thing. Okay. Okay. Fine. I'm probably just going to deal into somebody's Hanneman at the way this hand's gone at the moment, but fine. I doubt Asalf is going to get played unless it's a desperation towards the end to stay in to get the game. It's just, yeah. Question, do I Khan this? No. For the same reason I don't reach at the lead. You don't Khan in the lead, just giving extra points to the table. I'm not giving extra points to the table. Right. That cuts any chance of somebody discarding. Okay, fine. Monster hand did not come off, but I clearly have the flow, but no. Carning from the lead is not, especially with this much of a lead. If I'd have Carned at any point during this, she could have hit Dora free as well. That turns that into Hanneman. That means she's close enough to actually get a direct hit off me to win. No, we don't Carn in this position. We just enjoy the fact we have Shades and try to knock the West player for 4,200. And take us 2 wins from Expert 2. Which at least puts some pressure on you. You might not get there before I do. Alright, where is the dragon here? I should probably be hoarding these because because I should really be hoarding these. But there's a chance I can turn this into something quick-ish. Alright, 2's closed weights, 3 safe tiles. Let's see what we can do. Oh, no, I got really close, and then I just had the downhill spiral to about 800 points again, and now I'm building my way back up. I mean, last stream, I only went up and then down by the exact number of points I just won. So, well, almost. I think I gained 9 points over 2 games. So, progress. Hence, I think I'm only having the 1 game with this, and then we're going back to things until tomorrow. Alright, we've got a couple of 9s, so we'll just play those out. Double call, double call. We're probably out of this hand. I just don't really want to play... Well, think about this. What kind of weight could she have for that? She'd need 8s and 7s, and I see none of them. So it's possible she's on this sort of weight. But I think we're just going to play safe at this point. Alright, triple call, Tenhou only. Toy Toy. Toy Toy Dragon, Dora. So, yeah. We play tiles we see multiple copies of, so that means the 9 is suddenly safe again. Dragon Dora 1. Oh no, I'll just take Tenhou. I'll take Sumo only at that point. We just hope they keep dealing into each other so I keep my 50,000, that's all. Darn it! I was hoping for a direct hit on you as well. How many points? Not many, but enough that I've lost my shades. Oh, no, no, I've still got my shades. Okay, that's fine. I now have to hit you for 6,000. The important thing is don't over-prioritize the shades. They mean little in the grand scheme of things. This could be another very quick hand, actually. If I can get a 6 or this 7 man early. 7's would be useful as well, but I have the pair there, so I'm most likely going to be cutting one for the other. Yeah, so we'll be using this as our pair, so we're one away from Tenhou. Just need to fill in one of the closed weights. Live east, but we're in the south round, so it should be fine. It's also the indicator. You have a point. May even be a correct point. Who knows? Well, somebody's thinking about it. Yeah, okay. So dealer south. I don't know why the dealer would hesitate for that, really. Kind of broke my rule a little bit here, but yeah, okay. It was very unlikely she wanted that 6 man. So if 6 so passes, I have a 6 dot. See, these are both tiles that I. How good is a 6 dot weight here? It's probably not, but it is. Suji? I shouldn't have done that. I given away 1,000 points. I lost my shades. I'm going to deal in now for a Mungan. For the Riichi only. At least it'll only be 8,000 points in that case. Nah, this wasn't a good idea. Riichi Tenhou Dura, not good enough hand to do this. Well, one of my winners is gone. Oh, I see 2 Dora. No, you just get shades. Or you get shades on your little icon that says you won. So I've given up my shades for something I really didn't have to go for. Ah, well. No, I should have just been sensible. Now that I'm not quite at risk yet. The gap's big enough, but I shouldn't have done that. Meanwhile, hand is at least a good one. It's for style points, and that's the only reason. And I just talked about literally a hand or two ago about not going all in for these, not giving away points I didn't have to. I not only reach from a lead, I deal in. So, yeah, that's entirely justifying my point that I made that I clearly didn't listen to. Okay, so one from Ipeiko with a two-sided weight, or a weight that is a closed Ipeiko. I thought it was a cat as well, actually, but okay. Closed Ipeiko, Dora. Or I can go closed reach on the 4, which gives me 2 Dora. The closed 4 at least has more waiting for it, so we'll go for it. Suji Trap as well. I'm giving away yet more points. I'm about to deal into somebody else's hand. I should have just kept the Ipeiko weight. It's not a guarantee I would have won with the Ipeiko weight. He might have just decided to play that anyway. It's a big enough hand that if dealt in with other dealer, it just ends the game, so... I'm waiting on a 4. I have all the 7s. I should have gone silent Ipeiko is the answer to this, but we'll see. Okay. Fine. Dora. Free with this now. Karma says you deal in. You won't. I'll deal into you. I feel I need to drill a point into my head at this point. Okay, fine. It's a nothing hand, but it's a nothing hand I shouldn't have even been entertaining dealing into. Oop, I missed what Taro retracted, but okay. Unfortunately, that's sort of thing that happens on the lower tables, and it's now spilling over here. They can't from third rolling tempo, which isn't the worst thing they could have done, but, you know. I'm not sure it was in that case. Against a reach from the dealer? Oh, no, non-dealer, actually. Against a reach, you have to consider what you're giving up. And you're in a tight battle for second. And yeah, indeed. That is exactly right, Draconis. Exactly right. Unless you happen to be canning at the time, it's wrong. There is definitely the power of lols. Okay. Doesn't fundamentally change anything, but I need to get rid of that 5 before it's a dangerous tile, so... does that actually change anything? I don't think it does. We might as well keep the 2s. Canning revealing Dora 5, indeed. Then we'll let you get away with it. Unfortunately, this is going to be more points lost while I'm dealer, I think. But even if you're gunning for it, you can't guarantee Vidura, so you still only have a 1-Han hand against someone who at least has 1 and could gain more. But, eh. we'll play this out here. Let it go to South 4, maximise the chances of actually coming home with a win, if not the Shades. I see. Not quite. Alright, 1,000 wins from a non-dealer. We lose 1,000, but so do both our closest rivals. So, go into the last round with a 16,000 point lead. Against 2 players, so yeah, they need ridiculous stuff or dealer repeats endlessly. We have 2 Dora, but nothing we can go massively quickly with, so we'll just have to see what happens. Hope for a pair of Dragon or South. Or that somebody else picks up a win, of course. Having 2 Dora, though, is quite useful. It means that we know they're limited in value. They might not be able to do it in one go. And our hand actually is a lot closer to completion than you'd think. Dora set up, so we're 1 away from Pinfu with this Dora free hand. We might get our Shades. God darn it, I'm thinking about the Shades again. I might have to reach for them as well, because Freehan Sumo... no, I need more than a Mungan to get my Shades. Okay, you were thinking of additional 4-man draws. We're going to keep that because there's a chance we can modify things. Yeah, this is quite good. It's more than we really need at this stage, I have to be honest. If we want the Shades, we've got to reach for it and hope to get some luck on our side. Extra 1,000 on the table. Okay, we can take a Mungan. We don't need to do anything silly. If we can get to Tenpai, we can keep it. 4 is a double Suji. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. It's also from the dealer, so... This hand is so good. I'm gonna deal in on this 7. So good. And dealing into the 7 is how I suddenly lose the lead. Okay, no, fine, we're safe. I can do this. Darn it, wrong tile. Now I need that 2 dot to pass. West, 1 played, not his wind. Fine. Come on, somebody play a 2 dot. Somebody play a 2 dot. East. He's played an East. Fine. 2 dots. Come on. No. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even there yet, but... God darn it. Alright, so 5 only. This late in the game. 2 dot. 1 played. What do we think? Because I think I've just dealt in. Yeah. It was a bluff wait. I knew where all the value was. That was the only reason I went for it, but... Sometimes you just know. Alright, our lead is now at a dangerous point. We have to try and win this hand. It's nothing immediately, but 11,000 is a problem. No, I'm in the lead. I don't need the reach. It's the last hand, sir. Not reaching with the last hand of the game. Giving away another 1,000 points. Wouldn't have given it away, admittingly, in this case, but... Triplet of 5s. This is looking like a reach-only hand at this point, but at this point, that's what we need. Reach-only free Irrider could happen. We've seen it happen. You know, the ability to calm the 5s if we were really mad. Dealer is obviously going to go attack anything to try and keep the game going, so this time we are reaching. And if we fall into third place, I'm just going to collapse the heap somewhere. I had Pinfu, yeah. I had Pinfu, possibly Peiko, actually. So yeah, it was Pinfu Dora 3. More than enough. Darn. Oh, one just part. Oh, okay, fine. I mean, it didn't matter. I'd have to get rid of one or the other of them anyway. Really wish I could call things. I'm not far away from being able to call things. I just need to get the 4-1 swap. But we lost all of our tiles we could potentially call by this stage, I think. That'll do. Unless it's an absolute monstrosity, and that should be safe for first if the deal didn't happen, if she sumos. Well, anyone dealing in will probably be fine for us, actually. At least for the win. I say it'd have to be a monstrosity to make up 16,000, so we're talking Byman plus. Okay. Okay. I mean, doesn't really change much, and it wasn't. It was a secure second hand rather than a Byman hand. And I think, honestly, she needed the direct hit, didn't she? After a Sumo. Ah, actually, Sumo would have done it. But hey, 110 points. No shades, however. And 200 points away from next level. What do we get in our rewards? Wisdom. We clearly could do with some of that. And a nostalgic console. Alright, let's just flick this back to the thing. And let us get back to playing the thing. So we definitely have enough people to play a game now. And I'm on form. The form is apparently get deal a rampage and then start losing slowly. I was waiting for. I was the only person here at the start of the stream, and I waited a few minutes and decided, right, we'll play Soul, wait for people to turn up, and then we'll get a game going. Could have forced you to play 2 games simultaneously. You could, oh, well, I wasn't in the actual thing. I'd actually taken myself out because I'd fought ahead on this score. But yeah, I've been waiting in here. Oh, just because I know you've got the Discord chat, so you've probably already seen this, but let's just swap to Soul setup. This is the current league table as it stands. That is a big gap that's got to be made up before the end of this. It's got to be done, though. All right, so we have Sunny, myself, Chiral, and Draconis. Good luck. Let's see. All hail Draconis. All hail the Mahjong God of Confusion. Okay, Dragon Star. No worries. Yay! Okay, so Sunny, first game. So this will be our assessment of his skill level, at least compared to us. Find out whether he's a beginner fairly soon when he starts calling like mad and going for nonsense. We're too used to players like that, I've got to be honest. It's not we don't mean it as an insult, it's just it'd be nice to play some proper games sometimes. But we're always happy to have even new players on here, because eventually they learn and they get good. Some of them maintain the aggressive edge. I'm thinking Kriev mainly here. But, you know, They genuinely get better, and that's the enjoyable thing, just watching players get better. So, dragon from the dealer. That is not aggression, that is just being sensible. Double call. Okay. So, dealer quick step. Let's see. South shouldn't be doing much at this point. And still not revealing much, it has to be said. We'll try middle tile now, because these are probably going to be our last chances to get rid of them. We've got a pair of ones if we need safe tiles. But at this stage we have no clues about the hand particularly. Probably doesn't want high, 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 so it's Toy Toy Dragon. So that does reveal things. The way to defend against Toy Toy, play stuff you see. And that is the deal in for Draconis, and it was actually just Dragon only. I imagine he was playing what he saw, but single weights and pair weights towards the end of it do bypass that rule. Okay, Dragon. East 1, dealer repeat. This is a better hand, but we still need some edge weights to make this work. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you do get to show door a 4. Meanwhile, not a lot of value coming off of this hand, it has to be said, but some potential. Okay, first middle tile from dealer is a 6-0, so we'll see. Ugh. 5-man potentially unfortunate. We'll see how that develops, though. Good news about drawing a middle tile early is that you can sometimes build around it. And we haven't discarded anything that would make that awkward yet. Two safe tiles against Chiral. Alright, let's go with this way around. There's an outside chance we can push this 7 pairs, but that's not really what I'm looking at in terms of a hand at this point. Okay, good draw. Let's cut the 9 then. So we could still possibly turn this into a double pair weight or a 4-7 later down the line. Depends on how we draw things. So we'll cover the 9s and 8s here. Or actually, if we draw a 7, that helps us out a great deal. Puts us pretty close. Wish I hadn't cut that now. Alright, so we've got Tanya available. 3, 5, 7 would be good draw. Okay, fine. So we're giving up our 7 pairs. Two from Tenpai. Giving up yet more 7 pairs. And we're still 7 pairs Ishanten at this point. Okay, fine. So we can call for Tenpai Tanya only. Waiting on the 6. 1, 2. There's not a lot of those out there, so we'll hold off for the moment.
Gee.
What am I doing? That is the worst. No, that was not the way to do that. Worked, though. So Tenpai 2.5, so. hopefully forced to fold, but we'll see. Two dots still available. And I think there's 1 5-so left. Depends whether they think the low dots tiles are going to be worth attacking with. We'll see. But yeah, that was probably not the best sequencing with this initial call, gotta be honest. So, last tile. After this potential call for Tenpai. Risky call for Tenpai. Oh, everybody gambling. Everybody gambling. Nobody respecting the double call. Well, that shows what type of table we sit at, apparently. No respect for anybody. Plenty of blind weights. Welcome to Tiles of Confusion. We play games, and we are confused by them sometimes. Because it looked like everybody was folding. I gotta be honest, it looked like people were folding. But I should have known better. Nah. Alright, we got Wanderer. Possibly Itsu. These have betrayed me quite a lot recently. Last Soul video, I was betrayed by Possibly Itsu on no less than 3 occasions. However, we have a Chinitsu available. I don't know how betrayal-worthy a Chinitsu would be, but... He even tried to keep it down. Well, in truth, I had no idea he was in Tenpai. I should have been paying a little more attention, obviously, but I was not convinced he was. It looked like he was folding. Half folding, clearly, but... Okay. So we have a Dora sequence. We are 1 away from Tenpai. Pinfu, if we can get that free so. Waiting on a 1-4-7, I think. Trying to work out if we get that, but no, if I'd have to go into a 3-6 to get the Itsu. So, okay, Itsu doesn't look as though it's going to happen. No real change up there. I just feel the freeze is going to be slightly more risky because it's close to the Fedora. I mean, you can still call a sequence with that as well, but you know. Risk it now. Don't want to be playing Banzu into this. Isumos. Alright, Drac picks up a cheap wind and he goes into his dealer turn. Right, we need to quash this fast. No dealer rampages for Draconis. Good news is we're built quite well for a Tenhou hand here. Couple of pair options, couple of run options here. Of course, the 5 dot and the 7 mana are unlikely, but it's always possible. Alright, early Dora discard from Chiral. So he's either culling his dots or he's closer to Tenpai than you'd perhaps think in turn 4. Yeah, we're more interested in getting this person off his dealer turn, so we are going to take this. We know green is safe, and we'll hold it for a turn here. Alright, reach across the table. Unfortunate, but again, it's forcing him out of his dealer turn, and we're in Tenpai on a 3-6. So we were clearly in a Tenpai for a 3-6 before this happened. Save tile. Darn it. Alright, so we accept a fold here. Might get away with things later, but we gotta accept it here. Because as much as we'd like to end Draconis' dealer turn, we'd like to not deal into somebody to do it. Could be waiting on a 9. We see a couple of 8s. We'll say he's not. Risking a 6 so here would be very good for me, but he's probably wanting something quite close to this. Middle Sozu seems the riskiest. I mean, even that wasn't particularly definite, but... Okay, fine. So, moves it off. It is Riichi Sumo, got the red 5 as well. He was on a 2-5 weight. And he hits his Mangan because of Dora Dora. Okay, our dealer turn. See what we can do with this. Potentially not much, but we'll see. A couple of close hands, but nothing that's gotten us quite there yet. Best possible winning tile, indeed. Alright, let's go on a bit of a dot tile purge here. I know we could have drawn a 3 and been useful. I don't want to get rid of this red yet, even though 1 is already gone. Maybe that's a mistake. Doesn't matter. We'll get rid of it on turn 5 unless we get another one. Yep, that backfired on me. Well done. About to draw a 5 dot. Don't get rid of middle tiles. That's something you should really have learned by now. Talking to myself again, of course, but yeah. So basically, we should have kept all the dot tiles. I mean, they'd be clogging up our hand as well. We haven't drawn anything useful other than maybe a pair of 9s. But clearly that's what we should have done. Okay, half step closer. Chiral is on an odd hand. He might even be going for something a bit ridiculous. We'll see in a moment or two. Good news on that is we've got a pair of 9s, so if he is going for the Nageshi, it's got a long way to go around it. I mean, he knows the math on it, so we'll see. I shouldn't have got rid of that third 9, actually, because that might have triggered it. Well, none of them might have triggered the win. It might have triggered him to fold. And if your player's genuinely going for a cockshy attempt, you don't want to make them fold it. You want them to live in ignorance. Therefore, we're going to discard the 8th man here, and we're going to keep this 1 dot until we are certain that it's impossible. Good draw, good draw. Let's go for that. So we're actually 1 from Tenpai here. If we can get this 7... Well, actually, we get 2, 5, or 7, so we have Tenpai Ipeiko. He's now cut a 1-man. He's either given up or... Nope, he might not have given up. Might have drawn a pair. And a red. That looks like giving up or just desperation. Or he's actually genuinely there. No idea which. We see all 4 of the 9s. We know we're safe. I know we've given him that info, but, you know. It's best to know about that, because there's always the nagging thought back in mind. Does he? Does he? Don't know. Still need this 2-5 or the 7, so. And that will maintain dealer turn more than anything else at this point. Alright, Tenpai. Ipeiko as dealer. The question is, how ready are the other people's hands at this stage? Probably reasonably close, it has to be said. Yeah, there goes his Kokuchi. Ah, he sumos it. I had Tenpai, but 1-7 was in his hand, so it wasn't going to come out. It's fine. Move on. We had our silent winner. Good attempt. Something more interesting than the hand that was actually won, so got to at least say that for him. Alright, so we have yet to pull anything really together here, and we are only just in 3rd place, so we need to secure something soon. And maintain our miserable 2-win record in this league since July. Oh dear. Okay, so we'll look towards forcing a Tenhou here. But actually we're a couple from Pinfu. Yes, I wouldn't say good attempt to a one-hand hand you actually won. Again, the game is getting... I don't know what it is, but ever since I've started in the gold room, 7 pairs has become a lot more appealing to me as a hand. And for some reason, I get more hands that seem to go that direction. It's probably not the right way to go with this hand, in all honesty, but we are pretty close. Ipeiko has been now gotten. So we have Ipeiko, Pinfu. Yeah, whichever way this goes, it's Pinfu. So, I could call that. No, I couldn't. No, I'd lose Ipeiko. But I've given Draconis something he can work towards now. Darn it. One from Tenpai here. Come on. Riichi, Ipeiko, Pinfu. Nope, not Pinfu because I got 6s. But Riichi, Ipeiko. 6-3. No Ipatsu. Attacking it as well. Chances. Well, you didn't want the 6 earlier. The 3 comes out, we'll take it. Riichi Peiko. No Dura. 2600. But enough points to put myself up ahead. It's the first hand I've won, but I'm now... Ugh. No head bumping my Sanchiku. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 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 Only 2 Han. No. I have drawn nothing. Nothing but Kokushi tile since I decided no. Okay, there we go. Correction. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with this hand. I feel I'm just folding it. There's a temptation to attack here, but it's not really an attack that's on, so we'll hold off. Well, not so much for a Nageshi. We're probably still going to go and just calmly get rid of things and see where we are. We're not in a position to actually do much. 2 Dora, though. Tudor and options. Alright, gotta worry about that a little more now, so. Toy? Nope. Dragon only. 1,000 points. We're fine with that. A little unfortunate, but this is the turn we need to worry about. We need to get him off his dealer turn again. I need to finish above him so that he loses some points. He's currently in last place. May have jinxed things with myself there by mentioning that, but, you know, he's currently in last place. I have achieved nothing so far. I stopped. I head bumped. That is all. This hand might be okay. I need a bit of luck here. I need to draw the 7 and the 3, really, but again, it's more important to just get Draconis off his dealer turn, get myself into my dealer turn, and then I'm only 8,000. I'm a dealer Mungan away from win. Assuming I don't. Actually, a Mungan Sumo now would put me ahead, so yeah, hope for another 6. South. Okay, we'll cut the 8 here. We'll see what we can do. Okay, South is alive right now. Who wants a 7 so? I would say this game has been very much a game of sniping and attack and silent attack here. Up until Draconis' dealer turn, of course. Of course. 1 red, 1 dot, 1 dot, 2 dot. We'll play the safe tiles for now. Darn him. 1 south has been played just before his reach. Oh, actually, he's played south as well. Actually, south is fine. What was I worrying about south earlier for them? Being blind as always. Okay, definite safe tile there as well. We've got the 8 we can play for safety. Got the west that should be safe against him. If he gains 4,000 out of this, then he just takes the lead. Then all my hard work has been for basically nothing. Not that I've done a lot of hard work, I've got to be honest, but you know. 2-2-2. I mean, you've got to consider one man safe, but I've got to, unfortunately, play the tiles that are definitely going to get me there. I can play west because there's not many of those left. Chiral deals in. 7,700. Darn it. Alright. Good dealer hand to put himself into contention. 3,000 behind. I mean, hand's okay. I've certainly had better, but right now I want a certain somebody off of his dealer turn. This hand can at least attack for that. Sonny also wants him off his dealer turn because he's close enough to actually overtake.
Boom.
Might be a little too aggressive because we're not quite there yet, but a 7 helps. So 9 help being roughly more or less safe. Call the 4 potentially. Okay, so we're nearly there now. 2 to go. Unfortunately, everything is kind of going against me right now. I say everything, just this 5-man. It's a pain. Go on, Cairo. Nope, doesn't want it. Definitely a risk, though. We still don't have a pair as well, so let's see. And nothing goes off, indeed. Unfortunately, life of a Mahjong player, sir. Dora. Okay, Carol's got to be close. He's just discarded the Dora, unprovoked, potentially. South is fine. He's dropped 2 Dora, so he's got something. He's either tilting like mad or he's got something.
Gee.
Okay, not quite Tenpai, unfortunately, because this green dragon is not going anywhere. But, you know, we're close enough. He wants Draconis out of his dealer turn. That is ultimately the goal. I may be trying a little hard at it, but that's what we want. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of draws left, and Tyrell's dealt in again. Dragon Door. Alright, my dealer turn. I need something out of this. That is less than something. Yeah, this is not an easy hand unless I can pair something in right in this moment. Pair of South, pair of greens would be lovely. 9 doesn't help. Was for Dora, of course, but I don't need Dora right now. I need a repeat. And the hand is not built for it right this second. Okay, pair of greens. Pair of greens opens this hand up a little bit. Pair of reds also, I know we've got 2 out, but that doesn't harm the hand particularly. I'm keeping a silent view on things until things develop. Okay. Looking okay. Obviously, we need runs rather than pairs, so we wouldn't mind drawing a 4 here. Okay, we'll cut the reds. The other advantage, they're a safe tile, but unfortunately, this is looking like it's going to be game to Draconis, unless something bizarre can start happening. Because I don't think I can discard into him. I can potentially start risking things, but I don't think there's a lot of chance of it going. We'll try right. Yep. 7 passing would be awesome for me. Yep, that opens up one potential problem we had. Goodness knows what I can do about the other. But we're not going to have enough draws left, so I feel we are out. Eight, 8, 8, 8. Okay, we see all the 8s, actually. And there's enough 9s, so he doesn't want to pair weight. Could have probably analysed that a little sooner, but I'm not close enough to get anywhere at this stage now. I would have to call Dragon, play white, get a call to the 4s, be in a single weight. That's the only route I have to Tempai now if somebody wants to play risky. So now I can't call them the final draw, so no 10, and I have 1 hand now to gain 5. I've got to gain a lot of points back. Alright, I'm just languishing in 3rd, losing some points. This is not a hand I would want to do this with. So if I can draw a 1-so here, that'd be awesome. Give me draw a 2. With a chance at a hand that's big enough to keep the game going. Good question. Can you hear the static that's in my mic? Because you shouldn't be able to. But equally, I can't hear myself right now, so... Well, people, you have to tell me these things in advance, otherwise I can't fix them now. Alright, I'll have a look at it between games. But as I can't actually hear what the mic levels are like and things. And I wasn't professional enough to do things initially. It's bad enough somebody mentioned it, so I'm going to have a look at it. Yeah, I can usually do test recordings before for a recording of the actual video. It's a bit hard to do that before stream. Especially when I have to re-plug in everything afterwards. He's a moderator. He records videos. He should know about this sort of thing. Yeah, no. Tempting, but no. Alright, dealer sumo. 6,000 points, and that is a worry for me. Now I need a Mungan plus just to keep the game going and stay ahead of Chiral. So I need something good here. That is not something good. $789 chance of Sanchku is the absolute high end. One Dora. Still on the outside chance of us Chanta at least. Or Sanjiku potentially. But we'll have to get some luck with other tiles. Okay. I think we're going to go for it. White Dragon, Chanta, Sanjiku. Or if I draw a 6, I suppose I can go the other way around. I still need to draw a 7 and a 9 here, of course, but...
Chi.
Yeah, of course he's going for the win because he wins if he can get the hand finished. I need 4,000 points off him to keep the game going into a West round. Oh, options. Less likely we're going to get that off, but I've got White Dragon, Dora 2.
Each.
1,000 points on the board.
Gong.
Darn it, Carol, if he wins off that, it's Ipatsu, so he might. Yeah. I'm now going to glare at Kyril even harder. I was building to something. Two from a comeback hand. Doesn't matter. I mean, it was a long shot anyway, but I was looking at Chanta Dragon shenanigans with Dora. Anyway, good game, good game, good game. Right, bear with 2 moments while I attempt to do something about the audio. really bad. I really shouldn't be, but okay. Oh, I know what I've done. Bear with. Yeah, not much I can do about that, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to continue as is, which is a pain. Bear with, I'm just going to get the thing up, which I'm fairly certain that I can just do this, and we are watching. Obviously, I've missed a few hands, apologies, and apologies for the static. I'm really hoping that's the microphone going, but I'll try and sort it out later in the week, and we'll see. I do have a backup option, but I've got to find the thing for it, so we'll see. Anyway, East 1 has just ended, which I assume is East 1 repeat, although that's Reach, and Thing, so huzzah. We're going to sit behind Zhongsaw, and we're going to see how this goes. So, 2 Reach sticks and a repeat. We have 2 Dora in his opening hand. This is a good dealer hand, really. I probably would have been inclined to keep the bonus tiles and the off chance of getting the pair, but just looking around, it looks like that's unlikely anyway, so we'll see. Oh, there's no spectate button. Can't you just click on the character name? I'm sure I've done it on the web version. But it's been a while since I've been on it because I keep using this, so... Oh dear. That's bad. It's supposed to be a 4-button page, only see 3. Clearly, you got the cheapo version of it. You have to pay premium to get that 4th button, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, 4 turns in, and unfortunately less development for Zhongsaw than he would like, but equally it doesn't look as if anybody's getting a great head of steam at the moment, so he might have some time. Probably. I don't think we got that much, and it was more than 2 months ago now we won that tournament. That I'm still celebrating in the description of every video so far. Well, important thing from this is we don't want Draconis to win. We want Draconis to lose and lose hard, just to try and claw him back into this. But we're quite happy to have other people get some points, so we'll see. I unfortunately lost more points, so I fall further down the order with my 3rd place finish, but yeah. I was on a run of points, and it's all fallen apart because I wasn't able to win a hand. A lot of risks at about 5 minutes from Draconis. We'll wonder if that paid off, though. Possibly. Glad they weren't my sticks. Alright, Sunny Reaches. In fact, if I look at it, 2 of them have been yours. Depending on how results are going, but obviously they're talking 5 minutes in the future. I am watching 5 minutes in the past. Give or take. Riichi sticks. Dora free. It's going to be tempting to keep going for it then, actually. Deal it with Dora free. You can't fold that easily. Put thingies on the Discord to illustrate what I mean. I don't have the Discord up at the moment, but we'll have a quick look. Might as well. Well, nothing else. I've had some partial success today. I've got myself a win closer to Expert 2 on Soul. And fallen even further behind in the Tars of Confusion League. Yep. Yeah. Maybe it's because of a timing issue. I don't know. Also, Sif, you have my apologies. Forced Friday fun. Yeah, definitely had that. I got out of our corporate 30th anniversary thing today, actually, which is fine. Just returning his Empire bonus. there's a lot of rewards going on at the moment. Okay, dealership moves on to Sunny. And this is a much better dealer hand that Zhong's picked up now. Mandatory fun time is always fun, indeed. But I got out of it on the pretext that somebody has to man the phones. Nobody calls on a Friday. So, you know. But just in case somebody does, means I volunteer to get out of the fun. So I'm in everybody's good books, and I avoided the fun. Just that paranoia. You volunteer, and fun things will not happen to you. Or they will. Depends how the GM's feeling. Okay. Yakuhai picked up for Zhongso. And another good draw here. This is looking good. One from Tenpai. Did not keep it. Why did you not keep that? I'm assuming timeout given the thing here, but we'll find out in about 5 seconds. No, he's not gone red, so that was decisions apparently with that. Keeping the 6, he was 2 from Tenpai. He'd have hit Tenpai actually if he'd kept the 6. Because he got rid of the 3 first, then the 6, and then be there. Trade the 6 for a 6, and yeah, that is it. Two-sided weight, and we'll see. Different three-sided weight coming up, potentially. Well, two-sided weight. But he's already discarded the 6, which means he's got to keep the pair of 5s, whatever he does with that. Hello, Ty. Nothing much, just spectating the game because I was messing around with mic issues, which are still going on. Apologies. Well, I assume they're still going on. Nobody's told me they stopped. So yeah, I'm just spectating the game that took place while I was trying to sort the mic out. So we have our Mahjong God, Draconis in the south seat. We have JPB in the left seat. If anything, slightly worse. Darn it. I don't know whether it's the cable or if it's the mic. If it's the mic, it's going to be a real pain because this is reasonably expensive and I can't afford a new one right now with everything else going on. If it's just the USB cable, which it might be, then I can potentially do things. Reach and deal in. So, Ipatsu for JPB. Nah, it's fine. I mean, you're the one hearing it, so I just apologize for that, and we'll move on. I do have a backup, but I need to get the thing for it, because it's just my headset, which does have a mic attached, and I can use that instead. But it's not plugged in as such at the moment, because I don't have a splitter around. Yeah, exactly. I just don't have a spare one to test it right now, which is a thing. This is an old Yeti, actually. But we'll see. Anyway, hopefully I'll have a fix in place by Seoul time tomorrow. But it means I'm probably going to end the stream after this this bit of analysis. Mind again? No. 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 Draconis? No. No. The hand is impossible. You know not to go for it. This might even be the hand he's going for it. I don't know. Depends where he decides to get rid of all the souths in a moment. There is a 5-minute delay on the chat, which are the 4 players in there, and what we're seeing because Tenhou does enforce a 5-minute delay. Matsuura continues as Nageshi. Only continue it myself. No, this isn't the hand. Stick. Okay, don't stick. Okay, white dragon should follow white dragon. Yep. Did not actually meant to type that, indeed. It's okay, Kyril. Bad days happen. Bad days happen.
Each.
Okay, reach on a 2-5. It's reach only by the look of it. Yeah, no Dora, nothing obvious, so reach only, and it looks as if it's going to be mostly a dead weight, but again, the players have no way to know about that. Did you betray someone's hand? I missed it. No, there's a 5-minute delay. You're often talking about the next hand in future. I'm talking about the hand that's previous. It does mean that if you're listening to me, which you're allowed to do in this situation, you probably want to try and desperately not get confused by things. If I say something that's actually relevant to your game, it's only accidental from what happened in the last game.
Don't.
Okay, Draconis annoyingly is picking up wins. This is true, but Debbie's random guesses pay off. This is the weird thing. Alright, Yongsaw, 15,000 points. Had a couple of good hands, but hasn't really been able to finish them. This one, again, looks quite good. JPB's is looking a little slow. Draconis' dealer hand is quite good. He can't go for a quick call with anything, because he's looking at keeping those pair of 9s, but the hand looks reasonably developed. Plenty of things he can draw to help it. And looking at Sunny, a pair of whites rather. Run already completed. Yeah, it's quick attack Tenpai. It's unfortunately a Yaku-less Tenpai at this point, but still. You can go White Dragon into a 2-sided weight. The downside for him, and it's the gamble you occasionally make when you have only one Yaku, is that White Dragon is a pair in somebody else's hand, which means your Yaku can't ever come off. So now he's into a single White Dragon weight, which doesn't help. He's now forcing himself into Tenhou. Has given JPB a dragon in the meantime. I was a bit spooked there. I was looking at who was waiting on the 1 pin, but of course it's him. That was by almost Nageshi. Almost. Well, looking at your hand, yeah, almost. Yeah, I don't think Mahjong emotes are going to make it a thing. I potentially could have done that in Twitch, but I have nowhere near enough followers to make that work, and I'm back on YouTube anyway. Oh dear. Who's on the 5-8 weight? It would, of course, be... Oh no, it's actually Jongsaw. So that means if Sunny's hand advances again... Well, actually, if it advances again, he's just going to win, isn't he? So, yeah, no worries. Ignore me. Dragon is real. Oh, that's good. We've at least got something. Unfortunately, that's only relevant if the dragons keep getting played. But can you always calm? Okay, so Draconis sitting currently in 3rd place. Yong is a bit further back at this point. But, you know, it only take him a Mungan here to pretty much get back on level pegging with people. This hand doesn't look like it's going to be it unless he draws another 6, but it's too late. It's East 4. It's not too late for a comeback here. Meanwhile, just glancing at the other hands here. Sunny's probably got the best hand on balance of the 4 players, but not a great amount. The discarded possible Itsu is a thing that occasionally happens. It's nowhere near as special as the possible Itsu, though. It's just telling you should have gone for the Itsu. You might even have won with it. I've definitely discarded a Kokushi before. Usually on my silly attempts at a Nageshi, but you know, just the way it goes. Also, not been really doing that much analysis, have I? Oh well. I mean, there's not much really to speak at this point in terms of development things. They all know what they're doing. They're all moving towards it in a slow manner. I'm not seeing anything too outrageous or ridiculous going on right this second. Potential Sanchiku from Sunny. Needs a pair, unfortunately, to get the hand definite. Okay, Dragon West. Useful, but again, he's a mile from Tenpai, really. And doing the traditional thing of relying on middle draws to improve the hand. It's a reasonable waiting pattern in an early stage, but it does get depressing when you now have to think about what you're discarding with them. I'd have got rid of the 8-man here. Keep the pairs available. You can potentially call Dragon only. And obviously 2 safe tiles on things if they become safe. So, Reach, and he's avoided the thing. He's on a 3-man single weight, which... yeah. So, I don't agree with the 3-man single Reach. Not only is it a tile that is extremely risky and unlikely to come off, but we'll see. So, the Pursuit Reach is unfortunately on that 3. So it works for him at the moment and extends the lead further, brings Draconis into second place and gives him points. I shake my fist at you people. I mean, it's not as if I did any better at preventing Draconis from winning, but you know. Can't let the god win all the time. Anyway, he said my bad, so I'm hoping something happens in a short amount of time. We shall see. So, Yongsor's last dealer turn. Provided he doesn't win this, of course. Sorry for winning again, my bad. Yeah, that's more likely what it is. His hand up top, though, doesn't look... well, okay, it's not the worst considering how early in the game it is, and especially compared to the other 2 hands that are about. Early South Call might have been a bit ambitious from JPB at this stage. His hand's still free from Tenpai at this stage. In many ways, Zhong has the best hand here, but he should probably have called that green. And again, slight optimization thing there. If he'd got rid of the 3, so it was his 1 loose tile. If he draws a 4 now, that backfires on him. And he's potentially Furretended himself. But these things happen. Okay, second call and a 7-man single weight. So you know he's after Toy Toy. Usual defense against Toy Toy, discard what you see. Sunny's attacking with 3 loose dragon tiles. Now, the red's safe. The white and green have both got 1 played, but it's not a definite thing by any means. And he's now switched himself into a 5-2 double Dora weight. Well, 2 Dora weight anyway. He's got 2 Dora, that's what I mean. He could now switch into a 3-6 with even more Dora, and does so. So this is South 3 Dora from JPB. And again, Sonny, this call is a bit unusual in context because it doesn't really help him. He's locked himself into Chanter, and most of the things he's got loose in his hand aren't going to really pair up or do anything significant this late in the game. So a big decision here from Jogsor. Does he get rid of the 5-man? He needs to if he's going to keep the hand going. But it does look risky. Actually, no, it isn't. It's 1 just been played. This is when he should have got rid of that 5-man because 1 was played just earlier by Sunny. That was his best chance to get rid of that. Okay, JPV is a little closer to Senpai here. Keeping the pair of 6s for the moment. Now you do have to get rid of that 5-man. You see a Suji. You know a safer turn to go. I don't know what he's thinking about keeping that for, really, or he's just keeping it to try and make sure it's safe. Well, now you've really got to do it. Yeah. But if you get rid of the loose tiles early, you have more chance of drawing the useful stuff around the rest of your tiles, so... And also, the earlier you discard a risky tile, the less risky it actually is. Or at least the less immediately risky, I should say. The worst thing is dealing into somebody's hand, so... Later in the game it is, the more likely you are to deal into somebody's hand. Potential... Well, I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know how realistic his chance at 3-4-5 or 4-5-6 is, but... Draconis decided to give that up. Could play the 9 dot here, although dots are really expensive on the board. They're basically 3 or 4 of them out. Oh, and he's dealt in. Mongan hand for JPB. Draconis falls down to 17,000. See, this is fine. This is exactly where we want it. Alright, South 2. His comeback now begins, although he looks as if he's got a really horrible hand. But this is the Mahjong God Draconis. We're sure he's got a comeback. He's got a comeback in him. We know it. Or... spoilers for about 5 minutes' time. Meanwhile, looking at everybody else's hands, Zhongso's looks quite good. And he needs a couple of really good hands, though. 2 Dora, 3 Dora, actually. This is a hand he needs to attack with. Because it might be his last chance to get a big scoring hand before the end of the game. This is almost a call everything, get that white dragon. Can't if you can. Yeah, I was being distracted by your commentary. Well, it is unfortunately distracting. You discarded the wrong tile. No, not that one. That one. Hey, it's totally safe. Totally safe. Con! Alright. Alright, call this. Oh, you could have had Dora 4 and it advanced the hand. I mean, you don't have a Yaku, but... Yeah, because my commentary is terrible, and I'm judgmental. That's exactly why you mute my commentary, sir. Yeah, we know why. Alright. So, JPB's 1 from Tenpai here. Needs 1, 4, or 5, or 7 dot. Draconis. Nearly there, a couple away. And looking at Sunny, the dealer. Actually, Sunny's quite close here. He just needs to triple up one of his pairs or get a 3 or a 6, and he's away. 8 dot is no help. Okay, potentially a useful draw. You should probably get rid of the 5 or the 8 now, but get rid of a 7. 5-5-5-7 is actually a really good weighting pattern because it can put you onto an irregular 6-7 weight, and no amount of Suji trapping works there. It does call the 3 Dora on the second attempt. I don't know, I'd have to work out the sequencing here, but I think he might have been able to Khan if he'd have done that initially. He's in last place. So he's locked into needing that white dragon. It's the only problem with his hand, but he's in the position now with no dealer turns left. He has to go for value. So I would dump the 8 here. You see where all the 7s are? Yep, he does. East should be safe here as well. I know it's live on the board, but only the dealer should need it. The dealer is showing signs of Honitsu, actually. Alright, that puts you into a weight on the 2, but you didn't keep it. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to win with that weight on the 2, but, you know. Okay, JPB's bluffing. Bluffing hard. Play the East. Should play the East, hopefully. Doesn't plays the 3 and gives JPB another card. He's bluffing really hard looking at this. Okay, if you play the East, you've got a chance of getting to Toy Toy, which will be a backup win. Plays a 5. How have you not put yourself in a Furry 10 trap discarding like this? Okay, so that call does give Tenpai, but it's an Itsu only. waiting on the 1, and the 1 is not coming out anywhere. There's 3 of them in Draconis' hand. The only chance is if he needs to cut 1 for a pair, but he's actually got pairs all over the place here. Question now is, does Draconis play the dragon? Nope, he does not, which is perfectly sensible into the 3rd row. Didn't lose so bad. Well, to be fair, any point loss is probably worthwhile. We're going to celebrate it slightly closer to being mortal. But we'll watch the end of this hand here. See, that's undone his 7 discard from earlier, so it has to play for 6, which is a little risky. Yeah, I'm probably not going to play any more games tonight, but if you want to play another one, that's fine. Somebody just has to put the things in the comments. So the reason that 7 wasn't a win, Sunny can only win on the 1, which again is going to be locked out with Draconis having the triplet. Poor decisions were made. Yes, indeed. But, you know. I mean, poor decisions get made by every player in this game. If you look at the game of Mahjong, you have so many situations which turn out to be mistakes, but you only realise them later. Okay, he's finally hit Tenpai on the left-hand side of his bluff. Oh, you're not dealing in, you're dealing in. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's a cheap enough hand. It's basically... Yeah. Oh, was that Haite? I missed that. I missed the second Yaku there. Was that Haite? Oh, well. Doesn't matter. South free. Yeah, okay. Quick attack then looking like the thing from Yong. Yeah, so Haite Dragon. Okay, quick attack from Sunny. Just trying to get enough points to overhaul JPB and nab the lead. And actually, with his hand he's got there, that's reasonably good attack. South, white, and... Yeah. Quite easy for him to... If he needed to, he could have probably tried to force a half flush there as well. The only downside is he's now in this sort of pattern, which tends to happen if you go for a lot of early calls with a hand that's not quite there. Thankfully, he's got lucky enough to draw that too and correct the situation for himself. Meanwhile, Draconis with a potential dealer weight, potential east weight coming up. Yong just cutting to stay safe at the moment by the look of it. And I'm looking at JPB's hand and noticing something. It's definitely possible. It is very possible. Alright, reach on the white, which is called, and is about to be a deal in. Okay, points return. Not many points, unfortunately, unless he's hit some error. 1 error. So he is 900 behind. Draconis going into the last hand. Which we know is the last hand because, of course, they finished. So this is looking like, if anyone's going to get a quick hand out, this is going to be JPB. No, sure. In that position, you kind of needed some value to try and, get yourself back in it. Obviously, you were dealer, but even when dealer, you need to think about maximizing the points in case you don't get the endless repeated wins in a row. Okay, so Yongsaw with a possible Itsu. Very possibly, only needs 1 tile for it. But unfortunately, the rest of his hand is kind of garbage. But again, 4 tiles from winning, you can take that. And sorry if you can hear my dog. Still possible Itsu. Possible Shinitsu as well here coming up, which might even be the better way to push this hand. Unfortunately, it's going to be countered by a reach on a 6-9. We'll see. He's got a couple of the winners in his hand at this stage. this point I was thinking Suanko. I mean, Suanko would do it. Might be overkill. Sumo it is. Unfortunately, that's going to keep Draconis in 3rd place, I believe. And that is a win for Sunny. So plus 47, plus 12 for JPV, minus 24 for Draconis, and minus 35 for Yongsor. Spoilers, it didn't happen, indeed. It very rarely does, as we know on this this darn thing. So, a few good results there. I will add those onto the table when I get a few moments. But needless to say, I went plus 6. Draconis went, yeah. No, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going plus 6. No, that's my other thing. Don't worry. Sunny, new Mahjong card. Well, it's early days, early days. We'll definitely add him onto the spreadsheet and get things going. But anyway, thanks for joining me. We will resume tomorrow, hopefully with my microphone sorted out. Until then, folks.